chapter 7, that is structural organization in animals. Okay, so we study like organ and organ system, then frogs. So both unicellular and multicellular of the animal kingdom. Then in unicellular organisms, all functions like digestion, respiration, reproduction are performed by a single cell. So multicellular animals have the basic functions are carried out by different groups of cells, in a well organized manner. The body of a simple organism, the body of a simple organism like hydra is made up of different types of cells, and the number of cells in each type can be in thousands. Different types of cells, and the number of cells in each type can be in thousands. The human body is composed of billions of cells to perform various functions. Okay. Now, in multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substances. Along with intercellular substances perform a specific function. Such organization is called the tissue, right? Now, the animal consists of only 4 basic types of tissues. These tissues are organized in specific proportion and pattern to form an organ like stomach, lung, heart, and kidney. So when two or more organs perform a common function by their physical chemical interaction, they together form organ system, right? Now, organ and organ system. Our heart consists of all the 4 types of tissues: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Now, the morphology refers to study of form or external visible features. So the frogs, the frogs can live both on land and in fresh water. Okay, belong to class Amphibia of phylum Chordata. Now, most common species of frog found in India is Rana tigrina. Changes in the color of the frogs while they are in grasses or on dry land. So they have the ability to change the color to hide them from their enemies, that is camouflage. This protective coloration is called mimicry. So frogs are not seen during peak summer and winter. So during this period they take shelter in deep burrows to protect them from heat, extreme heat and cold. So summer sleep, that is aestivation, and then winter sleep, that is hibernation. Now morphology. So their skin has the mucus. So the frog never drinks water, but absorbs it through the skin. Body of a body of a frog is divisible into head and trunk. Okay, neck and tail are absent. Above the mouth, a pair of nostrils is present. Okay, on either side of the eyes, a membranous tympanum receives sound signals. The forelimbs and hind limbs, the hind limbs, they are in 5, they larger and muscular than forelimbs that ends in 4 digits. Now feet have webbed digits that help in swimming, right? Now they show sexual dimorphism. The males frogs can be distinguished in the presence of vocal sound producing vocal sacs and also copulatory pad on first digit of the forelimbs, which are absent in female frogs, right? Now now the anatomy. Okay, the digestive system consists of alimentary canal and digestive glands. The alimentary canal is short because frogs are carnivorous and hence the length of intestine is reduced, right? The mouth opens into the buccal cavity that leads to the esophagus through pharynx. The esophagus is a short tube that opens into the stomach, which in turn continues as the intestine, rectum, and finally opens outside by the cloaca. So pancreas, are digestive gland, produces pancreatic juice containing digestive enzymes. They have the bilobe tongue. Frogs respire. Frogs respire on land and in water by two different methods. In water, skin acts as aquatic respiratory organ, that is cutaneous respiration. Dissolved oxygen in water is exchanged through the skin by diffusion. On land, the buccal cavity, skin, and lungs act as the respiratory organs. The respiration by lungs is called pulmonary respiration. The lungs are paired of elongated pink colored sac like structures present in the upper part of the trunk region. So, upper part of the trunk region, that is thorax. Now, air enters through the nostril into the buccal cavity and then to the lungs. So, during aestivation and hibernation, gaseous exchange takes place through the skin. Now, the vascular system of frog is well developed and closed. So, heart is a muscular structure situated in the upper part of the body cavity. So, it has three chambers. Right? So, it has three chambered, right? Two atria and one ventricle, and covered by membrane pericardium. Now, a triangular structure called sinus venosus joins the right atrium. It receives this triangular structure, sinus venous. It receives blood through the major veins called vena cava. Now, the ventricle opens into a sac like conus arteriosus on the ventral side of the heart. The ventricles opens into a sac like conus arteriosus on the ventral side of the heart. Special venous connection between the liver and intestine as well as kidney and lower parts of the body are present in frog. So special venous connection between the kidney and between the liver and intestine and kidney and the lower parts of the between liver and intestine and as well as kidney and lower parts of the body. Okay, the former is called, so between liver and intestine it is a hepatic portal system, and the latter one is a renal portal system. Now, RBCs are nucleated and red colored pigment hemoglobin is present. Lymph is different from blood because it lacks few proteins and RBCs. So elimination of nitrogenous waste is carried out by a well-developed excretory system. The excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, ureters, cloaca, urinary bladder. So these are compact, dark red bean-like structure situated a little posterior to the in the body cavity on both sides of the vertebral column, a little posterior. Now each kidney is composed of several structural and functional units called seminiferous tubules or nephrons. So two ureters emerge from the kidneys in the male frogs. The ureters acts as urinogenital duct which opens into cloaca. Now the females, the ureters and oviduct open separately in the cloaca. The thin-walled urinary bladder is present ventral to the rectum. Urinary bladder is ventral to the rectum, which also opens in the cloaca. The frog excretes urea, and this is called ureotelic animal. The frog excretes urea. This is called the ureotelic animal. So excretory waste are carried by blood into the kidney where it is separated and excreted. Now, the system for control and coordination is highly evolved in the frog. Okay. The nervous system is organized into CNS, brain and spinal cord, then peripheral, that is cranial and spinal nerves, and autonomic nervous system, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. So 10 pairs of cranial nerves arising from the brain, and there is brain box, that is cranium, and now forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So forebrain includes olfactory lobes, paired cerebral hemispheres, and an unpaired diencephalon. Okay. So forebrain includes olfactory lobes, paired cerebral hemispheres, and unpaired diencephalon. The midbrain is characterized by a pair of optic lobes. The hindbrain consists of cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Okay, the medulla oblongata passes out through the foramen magnum and continues into spinal cord. The foramen magnum continues into spinal cord, which is enclosed in the vertebral column. The frog has different types of sense organs, namely organs of touch, that is sensory papillae, taste, that is taste buds, and smell, that is nasal epithelium, vision, that is eyes, and hearing, that is tympanum with internal ears. So out of these, eyes and internal ears are well organized structures, and the rest are cellular aggregations. So eyes and internal structures, these are well organized structures, and rest are cellular aggregations around nerve endings. Okay, so eyes are simple eyes possessing only one unit. External ear is absent in frogs. Only tympanums can be seen externally. So uh, ear, hearing as well as balancing. Okay, now uh, so male reproductive organ consists of a pair of yellowish ovoid testes which are found adhere to the upper part of the kidneys by a double fold of peritoneum called mesorchium. Now vasa differentia are 10 to 12 in number that arise from the testes. They enter the kidneys on their side and open into Bidder's canal, and finally it communicates with urinogenital duct. This what? Finally it communicates with the urinogenital duct that comes out of the kidneys, right, and opens into the cloaca. So the cloaca is a small, it is median chamber that is used to pass fecal matter, urine, and sperms to the exterior. The female reproductive organs include a pair of ovaries. The ovaries are situated near kidneys, so there is no functional connection with kidneys. Okay. Now a pair of oviduct arising from the ovaries opens into the cloaca separately, but in males it is not separately, but this in females it is separately. A mature female can lay 2500 to 3000 ova at a time. So fertilization external in water. Now frogs are beneficial for mankind because they eat insects and protect the crop. Now frogs maintain ecological balance because they serve as an important link of food chain and food web in the ecosystem. Now in some countries the muscular legs of frog are also used by man. Now the Indian bullfrog, that is Rana tigrina. Okay, body is highly vascularized. In frog, the muscular tongue is present, which is bilo. So this is it.